Hey, Tristan Adams, Modern Design Aquascaping. We specialize in building ponds, fountains, and waterfalls out of natural stone and wood, and today we find ourselves in Ooltewah. We left the shop at like 4 or 5 o'clock this morning so that we could get here because of you, Dad. If you're watching this, we gave us 1 day to get this build done, and we've got an 8x8 turtle pond. And not only did he sell this with 1 day for us to get it done, he pretty much just promised all of these things and told me to figure it out. So that is what we are here to do. Not going to be any fencing or anything in here. So we somehow have to build this thing to where the turtles cannot escape. It is going to be a very interesting process, and this is all about the turtles, folks. So you guys stay tuned because I've got a lot of work to do and 1 day to do it. As you can see, we have our turtle pond right here sprayed out. We're thinking we've got to have 8 to 10 inches of rock straight up vertical to prevent these turtles from climbing out of this thing. We were talking about potentially putting water level halfway on this sideways hill, looking at that, but the skimmer's going on this end because the waterfall can't be falling towards that away direction because no one is out there. You got to have it falling towards the viewing area. But if you're going to set water level for halfway between here and there on this kind of slope, you're actually going to have the skimmer box in a complete hole. The alternative for that, setting the water level higher, having all the rocks higher than they originally were, was still achieving that 8 to 10 inches above water level so the turtles can't escape. Looking at that, you're going to create the excessive need for a giant amount of dirt. Either way, it's got its challenges. One, we got to get dirt that we don't have. Number two, you're going to be standing on your head trying to change stuff in the skimmer box, and it's going to be retained around there, and it's going to be slightly strange. There is no number 3. Only number 1 and number 2. We started at 5 this morning, so by the time we get home, we will literally have had about an 18-hour day. This thing is turning out great. So it is very strange for me building with so much dry stone above water level. So water level is like all the way down in here. Every single rock was laser beeped to where we had 10 inches of rock above water level. And all of the faces of these things are either cantilevered, kind of hanging out over the water, or almost perfectly vertical to stop the turtles from being able to climb out. Like, it has been a crazy learning experience, and it has been a blast. And yes, every single one of these rocks was set in here by hand. We're just gonna come back on Monday and see if we can't button this up with you guys and make it happen, get all that stuff done. We'll be back. You guys stay tuned. Oh. Sweet. Okay, what was I going to talk about? Depths, things, problems. Modern problems require modern solutions. We're back here today, so we've got just 2 of us. We're gonna finish up. We actually decided to scrap the idea behind the biofalls. So we start rock stacking these things, and they're just so small that it doesn't really matter what you do. They wanna fall down. So we're like, screw that. We're coming back. We got a full truckload of topsoil to dress this thing up with. So we can create a nice berm all the way out this, naturalize everything good in there. One thing I wanted to talk about, so you never really think about it, when we're building our koi ponds, you never have to worry about the fish walking away. It's a thing, you know? So in a scenario where I literally have someone's pets that we have to make sure do not escape from the future, it is a scary thing. It's not like I built all of these crazy turtle exhibits without fences. Yes, we've done tortoise exhibits. Yes, we've done alligator snapping turtle exhibits. Yes, we've done painted turtle exhibits. We've done these things, but never without a fence or something to keep them in. So doing some research, I actually went over the weekend and I went kayaking and I was catching painted turtles just because I was curious. I wanted to see. So I had them in my boat with me and I studied their climbing habits, and I realized that even in this scenario, how we have these nice flat rocks with vertical faces with 10 inches of them above water level, there is no way these guys are gonna climb that. I guess for some reason, I thought these turtles were just like the Ninja Turtles and they were just gonna like flip and jump right out of here and walk down the road. It was gonna be crazy, but that's not the case. Turns out they are actually god-awful climbers. Who would have thunk? So all that worrying we did, all that back-breaking, giant rock, pillar of justice lifting things that we have done on this project were all a bit overkill. We could have built it with much smaller rocks, and you know, it might not have looked as good, but the odds of the turtles escaping, pretty much zip. We're pretty much almost finished except for the details, so I'm gonna get to doing some detail work. You guys stay tuned. Easy stuff for today. Turtles will be in soon. Turtle. Hand built, they says. Ready, girl?
This is Alfredo.
Alfredo.
My male. Oops.
Agora.
This is Nader. My little baby plant. Sure. Male or female. And this is Shroom. Little riddle.
What's up, old guy?
Okay. Let's go.
So this has been one crazy, interesting project. It has been one thing after another with this. Figuring it all out was really the biggest part. I did some turtle investigation like I spoke about and realized that we are in the clear. We have way overkilled this thing on turtle proofing so that these guys are in here. They're already in, they're loving their new home. They've been crawling all over the driftwood. They've got a nice beach area over there they can all hang out. It's a nice slope going up. We did throw in some aquatic plants on this thing, but man, has it been one physically demanding job. All these rocks put in here, hand set. We tried, we pushed for one day, didn't happen. Yeah, you guys have pretty much watched it all. You've seen the whole thing take place. So if you like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, thumbs up, stay tuned. Hopefully we can do another one of these soon, but not by hand. So I'm out for now. Check you guys later. See ya. What's going on, Mr. Turtle? You're probably ready for me to leave too, huh? Well, I want to swim with you. What if I do? What you can do about it? Huh?